next lick in Django, Reinhardt minor swing. This is lick number 21. This is the big E. Okay. Wish me luck. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That was maybe 90% there. Clearly, I've got plenty of practice still to do on this. But let me break it down for you. So what we have is a chromatic run starting on a G on the 3rd fret of the top E. And we're going 3, 2, 1, 0 on the top E. And then on the B string, we're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then on the G string, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, 0. And then on the D string, we're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you may notice that I am not fingering this in Django Reinhardt style because I can't. I've estimated how long it's going to take me to learn to do it like Django would have done it with just 2 fingers. In fact, he may have just done it all with 1 finger. And that's going to take a number of years for me to practice that. And I already have some ability to play chromatic scales with multiple fingers, so I'm just going to rely on that. Yeah, it's a shortcut. I'll put my hand up. But yeah, just the time required to learn to do it with just 2 fingers is unnecessarily long. So let's just recover. 3, 2, 1, 0 on the top E. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 on the B. 3, 2, 1, 0 on the G. And then 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 on the D. Yeah, so they're in pairs. We get from the 3rd finger on the E, from the 4th finger on the B, from the 3rd finger on the G, from the 4th finger on the D. That's the run. Let's just talk about the timing. So it begins on beat 1 of the bar. It's in triplets. Now, because I'm tapping my foot on the 2 and the 4, that means effectively I'm playing sextuplets against the beat. If that doesn't make any sense to you, if I was tapping every quarter note, so if I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, and I went triplet, 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 those are triplets. But if I'm only tapping the 2 and the 4, then what I'm effectively doing is playing sextuplets against the beat. So I'm going triplet, 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 triplet. Yeah. Slightly complicated by, of course, the fact that I'm tapping the offbeat. So with my foot, to get the right swing feel, or to try and get the right swing feel, for me, I tap my foot on the 2 and the 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, triplet, 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 like that. Now, if you can internalise that rhythm, it's going to make playing this run much easier in time. Let's just play against the beat, but we're going to go real slow. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's just take that again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's that. All you need to do is do that every day. Don't be in a rush to speed it up. Make sure that you're alternate picking in the right hand. My hand's on the bridge so that I have some stability there. Motion fully from the wrist. My fingers are acting purely as a clamp. There's no motion from the fingers. That'll really slow you down. So it's quite a dumb movement just from the wrist there in the right hand. No movement from the arm. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit sloppy. I'll try that again. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, if you listen very carefully at the record, you'll notice that Django doesn't get every single note to pop out really cleanly. That's no excuse on my behalf. I'm still practicing this lick, so I hope to get it up to speed fairly soon. And a little bit cleaner. I can probably do it about at speed, but it's a mess. Okay, let's look at what happens next. Well, once we've got to that open D, we're going to come up 1, 2 on the D, then 1 on the G, 4 on the G. Now, I could do that with my second finger, but I'm just finding that that's a little bit too much of a stretch for me. Django Reinhardt obviously played with only 2 fingers, but he'd done it a lot, and he had this enormous reach between his first and second fingers. Some footage of him playing on YouTube. I highly recommend you check it out, and you'll see what I mean. He has this enormous reach between those 2 fingers. I don't have quite so much of a reach on between my first and second finger, so I'm going for my third finger. And then I'm coming 3 on the B, 6 on the B, 4 on the top A. So we have this little chromatic beginning from that open D from our chromatic run. 1, 2 on the D, 1, 4 on the G, 3, 6 on the B, 4 on the top A. Okay. Let's just put those 2 parts of the lick together. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So even at quite a slow tempo, that does move quite quickly. Let's slow it down even further. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Then we've got the last part of the lick. Really, it breaks down into 3 chunks. So we have the first chunk, which is the chromatic run. Then the second chunk is this diminished lick, which is playing over the E7. This chromatic run could be seen as some kind of altered move on the E, starting on the G there, the sharp 9, into a diminished run, which we've seen time and time again. Django loves a diminished run over the dominant 7 on the 5th chord, and then we got 2 hits on the 7th fret on the top A, and then 10th fret of the B, 9th fret of the G, 10th fret of the D, 7th fret of the D, which we've seen this arpeggio before. He's starting here on the 9. Now we have, as I say, we've seen that arpeggio before. That being the D minor shape A arpeggio. But we're just starting on the 9 there. Okay, let's put those 3 parts of the lick together in time. Just a quick moment on when this lick starts on the 7th fret, because that's a moment where you just have a pause. You've got a fraction of a second to think about what's going to happen next. So this is going to start on beat 4. 1, 2, 3. So it ends on, I think that's beat 3 of the next bar. So beginning on beat 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, so that's that little lick there in time. Let's put the whole thing together nice and slowly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So that's how those 3 sections fit together. Let's see if I can pull that off at something close to competition speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There or thereabouts. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. I'm going to take that. Now let's see if we can put the whole of the 4th chorus together. We've got 2 licks so far. So 1, 2, 1. No, that's not the right bit. 1, 2, 1. Okay, I'll accept that. Not perfect, but you get the idea, I hope. So those are the first 2 licks of the 4th chorus. Django Reinhardt, lick number 21. Happy practicing. Cheers.